Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new visual novel type game called Culina, the Spirit of Cooking. Is it Culina or Culina, do you think?
Well, it's like culinary, so Culina.
Culina.
It's written Culina, but it's pronounced Bob.
Okay. Welcome to Bob. And I am back with my amazing friends, Simon and April.
You're back with your amazing friends and Simon and April. Yes, hello everyone.
So I am back with these two. We are the
Don't
naughty.
say much, those amazing friends.
They are the other two members of the naughty trio, so we will be giving this a go. We're not really sure what it is, what it does, but we're just going to give it a go. Why not? Right, so we're just going to hit start.
What's actually understanding this got to do with playing the game?
Once upon a time, there was a really awesome chef. He was going places. He won every TV competition and had too many awards to list. This guy was me.
Oh, are you the main character?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, one day I hope to have my name out there, but I've barely gotten started. I'm a student at Paloma College. It's a culinary and business college that lets students get a BA in business at the same time as a culinary certification. It has a pretty rigorous curriculum, and I have to say I'm kind of nervous about being a student there. My parents insisted that if I want to pursue a culinary career, then I'd have to work as soon as possible while getting a degree that will let me get a real job when cooking falls apart. Very supportive. It's not an impossible programme, but there aren't very many school breaks. I'm lucky that there is an opportunity to do this. Most people get bachelors and then go to culinary school. I know that the restaurant business is hard, but I'll prove to my parents that I can make a living off my dream. Feel emotional.
Oh, weepy.
So proud. To make that happen, I need money. I guess I'll try to use as little of my allowance as possible. Oh, he has allowance. Okay. Every little bit counts. I've got to get a part-time job too. I'm also going to need a plan, something that will help me learn how to successfully keep a restaurant going and run one. I don't want something like in Restaurant Impossible. I'm going to be Restaurant Possible. Also, I need a better restaurant name and maybe something
Absolutely.
visual to look at. I have a job at the school post office which works out well. The hours are flexible and it's mindless enough that I can think about paper topics and stuff during hours.
The menu is terrible.
I mean, they could have put something generic in the background. I mean, it's black screen. It's also a great way to meet people. I share shifts with this guy, Paul, who lived nearby, and we became fast friends. Sometimes he drags me to his family's place and away from campus when I need to be distracted. Today is one of those days.
I was gonna be like, wait, maybe there's nothing that actually, maybe it's broken, but oh, look.
Oh, you look at the pears on that.
Eggplant, onions, carrots, pears, bananas, lemons, and this dude.
Oh, this is gonna make me hungry.
I think there's a top like that in The Sims.
That actually, it looks like Chie from Persona 4. It's the male version of Chie.
So, it is Sunday morning, so who would like to take this guy?
Simon.
Yeah, how's it going?
I look up from the course catalogue and grin. Oh, hey, Paul. Ah, you're my bestie. Not much. Just thinking about the plan again. Paul looks interested and tries to read upside down.
Upside down. Upside down. Upside down. No, I can't do it. Try to decide which practical skills class to take.
I nod. Yeah, but you start thinking about next semester and then the semester after that and then all of a sudden it's graduation.
Well, you're lucky. I have problems thinking 2 seconds. Oh, hello.
Is Paul nice but dim? Is he?
I think he's just dim, but yeah. Well, not every... Oh, yes, he is definitely, isn't he? He should be William. My name is William. Yes. Yeah, I don't have a name. It's just a selection of vowels. William. I have more money than need for any language. Well, not everyone gets to inherit a family business.
I glare at him. Thanks for that.
Oh, sorry, was that a little bit too smug? I'm just kidding. Chill. We haven't even finished our first year. It's just the practical skills class, right? What are you trying to decide between?
I take a deep breath for the rant that had been building up the whole time. Not another rant. Well, for sure next year I want to take the introductory management course with practical experience and the head chef planning simulation course, but I don't know which order to take them in. I look around the room for a moment to gather my thoughts. If I'm a chef first, then I'll understand what kind of manager I need as a chef, but I might not learn proper management skills because that restricts freedom as a chef, and I might put the whole chef experience first. Paul's like, Paul looks like he wants to say something, but I keep going. But if I take the management course first, then I might end up too conscientious as a chef about all the things that annoyed me when I had to learn how to guide other people. I tried to finish up my rant quickly before Paul gets any more confused. He's glazed over.
I don't understand this. I thought being a chef meant wearing grubby white clothes and losing your temper at people.
But I really want to take both courses, and I have to take them anyway, and they're important basics, so I just need to take a deep breath and pick one, but I have no idea which one to pick. I look at Paul expectantly. Well, Paul laughs. Christ.
Man, you're overthinking this too much.
He sounds drunk now. I want to point out that maybe he's not thinking about it enough, but I wait for him to finish.
I don't want to make a point, but you were ranting for rather a while. I had to do something. If the problem is which to take first, take the chef course. You have to take the cooking classes anyway, and then if people annoy you, have the knives. So it'll help you decide which classes to focus on for the scope of your speciality. Are you going to be homicidal or just murderous?
Paul notices how sceptical I am of such an easily made opinion and explains what he means.
Management is important, especially if you're a manager. But most people take it as juniors or seniors anyway to put it off. So you'll still be ahead of the game if you take it second semester.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Thanks.
No problem.
You're not as dumb as you look.
Nobody's as dumb as I look. Now, I brought you to my family shop for free manual labour. I don't see you working. Dad better not catch us slacking off.
Paul oh, sorry.
Grown. Jeez, we move enough packages with our work at the post office, it is. I feel like we should have to move crates of vegetables in our free time too. They only complain.
Okay, so we have a choice. I have a lot of stuff in my mind. What should I do? Make a joke, ask him about his classes, or silently go back to work?
What, you mean I've got to decide this for you as well?
What do you think, Laura?
Lighten the mood. I like to make a joke.
Yeah, that was my inclination.
Yeah, especially with this kind of celery. That is quite good.
I've always thought you was a bit of a celery man. You make the worst puns. No, I make the worst puns. You make the worst puns. Celery? Really? Is that the best you could come up with?
Hey, I've been thinking about that, about classes all day. Cut me some slack.
No, I'm going to cut you some celery.
Paul's
I'm partially inclined to agree.
No, Paul's dad. April.
Sorry.
You're on.
I'm partially inclined to agree. That's just too corny.
Well, if Paul's dad has more lines than April has to be Paul's dad.
I've got to be honest with you, April. That was one hell of a deep voice.
Yeah.
You want to give it a go, April, just in case he's got more lines?
Well, I was going to do like a booming thing, but now Simon took it and they're going to think I'm just copying him.
Go for the booming thing. Go for it.
I can't. It's impossible. I'm partially inclined to agree. It's just too corny.
Sorry.
This is all your fault. Now I'm going to go back to thinking about puns. Oh, puns.
The rest of the visit stays in awkward silence.
Womp womp.
Wah, wah. Oh my god, what's happened? We've just skipped about 10 days. I rush into the room almost late for the first day of my class. It's not my fault. My fault?
Moi.
What the hell? It's not my fault. The classrooms are far apart and I haven't planned the best route between them yet. I hope I'm not late to my classes every semester. I slide into my seat and the professor smiles at me before looking up to address the class.
This is partly because I slid into my seat on his lap.
Right, April.
Oh, man. I feel put on the spot.
That's because you are.
Good morning. I'm Professor Silver. Okay, today is the first day of TRN 231. In this class, you will learn everything you need to know to be a head chef or a sous chef. What did he just do? Is everyone in the right class?
Slide to the left, slide to the right.
Yeah.
He moved the entire background to the right. It's a thing he can do. It's one of his chefly superpowers.
A few people do something that sounds like shifting through schedules.
Anyone? It's okay. I know how first days of classes go.
Someone raises her hand and awkwardly leaves the room.
Anyone else? Okay, then. Can you date him? As I said before, I'm Professor Silver, Long John Silver.
I was just saying the same thing.
Before you ask, I'm well aware of the long nature of my name, but I've never been one for processed seafood, nor do I like pirates.
Love pirates.
You savvy?
He grins.
I just think we're using the wrong voice for him now, though. Name's Silver. Professor Silver, you scurvy dogs.
You want to take over for
Only if I can use that voice.
I think you should.
Yes, go ahead.
You got a woman's hand, me lord. I cook and I will help you guys cook. I've already posted the syllabus on the website, but I bought hard copies for everyone too.
I hope people haven't clicked off this by now because that's just made this. After that standard procedure, he explains what assignments we have, what we're graded on, and how we're graded.
Now, me hearties, remember how I said you get to be a sous chef and a head chef in a restaurant? That's because you're all gonna have partners.
My classmates. What is it, April?
I just like to imagine where he keeps gliding around that he's actually skateboarding around on like a little fake dinghy.
My classmates sit a little straighter in their seats. It's obvious that they're hoping to get a pick who they work with.
It might not be the fairest way of doing things, but I like to keep it simple. So you get to work with whoever's sharing your kitchen mini-unit with you.
Before anyone can say anything, he gives the class a sharp look.
It's always a benefit to be partnered with a friend, so keep that in mind, and never turn your back on them. If you want to complain, I'll give you guys a few minutes, and then I'm going to stab you in the gizzards.
For the first time, I noticed that there's someone next to me.
It's a parrot.
There you go, April. Even looks a bit like you. Not really.
Brown hair.
She's really cute. She's short, around shoulder length, layered brown hair, and clear hazel eyes.
It's really cute.
So, I guess we're partners, huh?
Oh my god.
I told you as a parrot, didn't I?
Hi there. Yeah, I guess so. I'm... This came up.
No, you need to spell it Cress.
That's so funny. That's how April says I pronounce Chrissy's name.
I'll message her and go, hey, how's Cress?
Cress Teffer. Cress Teffer. Cress Teffer.
Chris Teffer, license to kill.
pleasure to meet you, Cress.
She holds out her hand and I shake it.
She then snatches her hand back and reattaches it.
Actually, if she's gonna have a bigger role, I'm gonna switch her to okay. I'm Emily. What year are you? I'm a sophomore.
Me too. That's funny. I thought this class...
You're Emily.
On the weekends, love. That class was mostly upperclassmen.
I thought that too.
Be realistic, be optimistic, fail to say anything. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe we're just only 2 sophomores and we're just or maybe we're the only 2 sophomores and we're just really lucky.
I better get a line in this one.
Maybe be optimistic,
yeah. It's great luck. At this rate, let's try to do better than the upperclassmen and show them who's best. What the heck did I just say? I'm a moron. Emily giggles.
You're cute. Well, yeah, why not? We're obviously the smartest by taking this class as sophomores.
I nod eagerly. Damn straight. Emily smiles and then stares at me for a moment.
What's wrong with you? You look familiar, actually. Do you work in the campus center?
In the post office, actually. I've probably given you packages. Yeah.
I've got a package.
Oh, fortunately, there's medicine for that now.
That's probably it. I work in the library, so maybe I've seen you there too. This is perfect. This is so funny.
This is funny.
Christopher in the library.
In case anyone doesn't know, Chris is a librarian. That is my lovely husband, so this is why this is quite funny. My face reddens. Maybe, but I haven't read all that much since starting college. Classes and work take up too much time.
That's a shame.
Oh, sad face. Aww.
19 minus 57 relationship points there.
Did you hear the inflection of her voice went down there? She's very disappointed.
She turns away and gives me a sly side smile to let me know she's just teasing.
Yeah, but she's crying inside.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone introduced. Great. Now, for the rest of the class, I want you two to decide on a speciality for your restaurant's menu. It doesn't have to match your planned speciality, so there's no need to kill anyone over it. That's completely optional. You can leave early if you and your partner decide before class ends.
I'm gonna die.
We both pick up our pens and take notes on our discussion.
That should be easy. Do you have a specialty in mind?
Personally, no, not yet. But for this class, I was thinking the Southern Comfort theme. It's been written about a lot, and it's... Oh, sorry. It's been written about a lot and is about as simple as Italian, so it's a good choice to make up for our lack of recipes. I'm pretty glad I thought about that in advance, but Emily looks unimpressed.
That's interesting, but boring.
Well, then it's not interesting. Yup, I wins.
She's like, I like you, but I also just wish you would kind of die.
Yeah.
I think we shouldn't have to have a specialty. We should just let the ingredients do the talking. You know, like having a menu that changes daily. It's very avant-garde.
Yeah, you've got the voice perfectly right for her.
Emily smiles at me in encouragement. But people like to return to restaurants because it's familiar and they can have a favourite dish and stuff. If you want to have a mix of styles, wouldn't it be easier just to specialise in fusion style? After I reply, Emily frowns a little.
That's all way too constricting. I mean, what if today we go to our distributors and they have some amazingly beautiful looking yu choi?
She places a hand on her hip and looks directly into my eyes.
She's had her hand on the hip for the entire time. I mean, she was born with her hand on her hip.
She could also do with a good bra.
I think it's called Dora's disease.
We get instant greenery for some awesome Chinese food, of course.
I half nod because that makes sense, but I'm not sure I'm going to agree with everything else she says.
But then 2 weeks later, I stop by the Mexican grocery and become desperate to cook some plantains and ancho chilies.
As you
girl,
do.
then cook that at home. I do love cooking. I can't really say much about that. It doesn't matter what was on my menu those 2 weeks ago because now I want to make something completely different.
I hate to say this, okay, but that's how I cook. I don't make shopping lists. I just go to the shops and just grab whatever I look like and then work out what to make with it afterwards.
Yeah,
But-
I do that too.
She's really annoying me.
While I understand what she's saying, I don't agree.
Like, I want to just make some damn soul food.
But what kind of style? But that kind of style is really hard to establish. Women. Emily looks like she's on the verge of yelling at me. I can tell she's very passionate about the subject.
And it's the management's job to make sure there are customers. We just make food.
Okay. I try not to sigh because she's not wrong, but...
Yes, she is.
But the food we pick matters, doesn't it? I look around the room and it feels like everyone is arguing with their partner. No wonder why the professor assigned the whole period to deciding. We argue about it until the end of class, but Emily finally concedes to a fusion motif. Okay, so he got his way. Interesting. Okay.
Well, no, he didn't. He wanted to do Southern Comfort.
Okay, seriously, we're like a week and a half later.
She's still wearing the same top.
Ew, dirty. While the first meeting didn't go all that well, we don't fight as much and the project is going well. It probably helped that she had to be sous chef first after losing a coin flip. It let us get our menu established. I'm not sure what she's going to do when it's time to trade places.
So we have a menu with a page that changes weekly, but I still don't get what does and doesn't count as fusion.
Well, that's the obvious answer is, I'm head chef, it's whatever I say.
I try my best to explain without sounding overbearing. It's really not always that clear. It's kind of like... Sorry, sneeze. I felt it.
It's like, wait,
It's gone.
did the call cut out?
No.
What's happening?
No.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I managed to hold that sneeze back. My eyeballs are now watering, however. It's kind of like anything goes as long as there's soy sauce or oyster sauce, but I feel like we can get more specific than that. Our main menu is pretty cohesive, but we're expressing our creativity in the changing page.
Yeah, but can the page just be cohesive with itself?
Wouldn't that feel like two different menus just put together? Emily throws her hands up in the air.
I can't talk about food anymore. I'm too hungry. Want to grab some dinner and then discuss it after I have something in my stomach?
I look for my cell phone to check the time. What time is it? I had plans with friends. Emily looks at her watch.
I look at my watch. Oh, then I guess we need to schedule some other time to meet.
She looks a little flustered. Nah, it's cool. You can join us. We chip in, order pizza and watch a movie. Oh, she's went all red, bless her.
Aww.
Emily stops looking nervous and looks at me incredulously.
Isn't the delivery pizza around here terrible?
She is high maintenance. I know. Yep, that's why we complain about the food and watch bad movies that we get to complain about the whole way through. I'm sure we can talk about our project too. Emily smiles for the first time since we started discussing the menu.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay, I'm in.
Okay, and I think we better leave it there because we are at 25 minutes. So
I didn't want to say anything anyway.
listen, you got to get your pirate on. That was good for you.
Yar, it was.
Well, guys, let us know in the comments down below what you think of this. Is this something you would like us to continue? And
I want you to vote for this, you scurvy dogs. There's no reason attached to this accent whatsoever.
There is a game that comes after the prologue, so
Yeah.
like there is like a full game that they just it's Kickstarter. I don't know if they've released it already, but
Yeah. So I'll have a look into that, but like I say, let me know down below if this is something you fancy. If not, that's totally fine. We can try something else. And yeah, just let us know what you want, because we're all about you guys. And
yeah.
thank you, April and Simon, for being awesome.
And thank you for letting me talk in my normal voice for once.
And leave a like on this video, it really does help, and a comment down below. Love you loads, guys. Bye.